Today I want to show us how to calculate and also use multimeter to check if your capacitor is still in good condition or it is defective. Most time your compressor might not be the issue. I'm referring to residential air conditioning. It could be the capacitor is the issue. So it's always good to confirm if your outdoor unit is not working. It is always good to confirm first if the issue is your capacitor before you proceed to replace that compressor. It might not be compressor is the issue. So I have different types of capacitor here with me. I'm going to explain it for us and also show us how to calculate it and also how to use your multimeter to check if the capacitor is still in good condition. I have one here, 5 UF. Five microfarad. I have 10 UF microfarad. I have 3 UF. This is single. This is single, the 2 terminal. This is single. Then I have the dual here, which has, this one will serve both fan and compressor. And if you pick up your capacitor and look at the terminals, you see where they write C. C mean common. See where they write F. F is where your fan will be connected to. You see where they write HEM, which stand for compressor, hematic compressor. So for you to check if your capacitor is good or is defective, you need a multimeter. And this is the one that I have. You need a multimeter. So today I'm going to show us how to calculate it and also how to use your multimeter to check. And you might want to ask, what is capacitor? It's an electrical component that stores electrical energy. And where you can find it is in your air conditioning system. You can also find it in floodlight. You can find it in your pumps. You can also find it in your fan. The fan in your house is using this type. Every single phase induction motor uses capacitor. Every single phase induction motor. They need a starting torque before they can start. Not in 3-phase. Every single phase induction motor uses capacitor, depending on the design and manufacturer, to tell you what size of capacitor that is going to use. Like this one is 50 plus 5 UF plus or minus 5%. It serves two purposes: fan and compressor. The 50 is for compressor, the 5 is for fan, and they say plus or minus 5%. So what they mean that this the capacitor will work at the range of plus or minus 5%, and I will show us how to calculate that. So pick up your writing material and pick up your calculator. I'm going to make it very simple. We first of all calculate for this one, which is for 5, and for 50, which is for your compressor and your condenser fan. So we first of all calculate for 50, which is for compressor. So 5% of 50 is what? For you to calculate for 5% of 50, what you do is that 50 divided by 100. 50 divided by 100 gives you what? 0.5. So 0.5 times 5 gives you 2.5. So 5% of 50 is 2.5. Since they say plus or minus 5%, plus or minus 5% means the range at which the capacitor will work. So if it's off the range, means that the capacitor is defective. And for you to be able to check that, you need this man called multimeter. So now, since we know the percentage of 50, 5% of 50, which is 2.5. So for the plus side, what you do is that 50 plus 2.5, 50 plus 2.5 give us 52.5. Then another one, 50 minus 2.5 give us 47.5. So what this simply means that this capacitor will work at the range of 47.5 to 52.5. Anything off this range means that the capacitor is defective and it will not start whatsoever equipment is serving. So I'm going to show us now how to check that. Calculate for 50 first. So I will turn my multimeter to UF, which is microfarad. This particular multimeter, everything you need to check is rated here, or it's been ascribed here. There are some multimeter that you need to navigate inside to be able to set what you want to use it for. So we can see we have, if you check the up here, you will see NF. Some you see UF. Still mean the same thing, microfarad. So I will bring the capacitor now and we check it together. Watch out. So you will locate the common side and also locate your hem side, which is the compressor. So you put one lead of this multimeter on the common and one side on the compressor, since we are checking for 50 UF. So watch the multimeter. What do you have there? What do we have here? So we have 50.85. 50.85, meaning that the capacitor is still okay. 50.85. So we are also going to calculate for 5, since this capacitor is a dual capacitor and is serving two purposes. So 5% of 5 is what? What you do is just 5 divided by 100 gives you 0.05. 0.05. So 0.05 times 5 equals to what? 0.25, which is 5% of 5 is 0.25. So this is plus or minus. We are going to add and also subtract. So 5 minus 0.25 give us what? 4.75. 4.75. 5 plus 0.25 give us what? 5.25. So what this simply means that this capacitor will work at the range of 4.75 to 5.25. Anything other than this, the capacitor is bad. So what we are going to do now, since we test for the 50 UF side, let's also test for 5 side. So you locate your common and locate where the right fan and put your multimeter lid on top. So here is my common and here is my fan. So check, what do we have now? What do we have? We have 5.055. 5.055. So this capacitor is still in good condition. So I want to believe that this information is useful. If you have any question or any comments, leave it at the comment section and I will respond to it. I'll also leave the calculation when I'm uploading this video so that we can see how I calculate it. So that will be all for today. Can you do well to share this video to benefit every other person there? See you some other time.